Marble. It's been a pillar of Western civilization. Some of the greatest works of art have been sculpted from marble. Michelangelo's David, the Venus de Milo. Our collective history has been etched in marble, and now, well, it's not actually marble, it's hard rubber, but it looks like marble. I'm Dr. Wally Wallace from the Saxophone Academy, and today we're going to be diving in and taking a look at the D'Addario Jazz Select Limited Edition Sandstone Marble Mouthpiece. We're going to talk about the specs, do a playing test, and see is it a good value for your money. So first things first, you're probably wondering, how does it compare to the standard D'Addario Jazz Select? Well, it's identical, it just looks different. It's the same shape and specs, and it's going to play very similarly, except this is aesthetically very pleasing, if you like it. I think it looks quite handsome, and frankly, as I've been playing it, it's brought a smile to my face. I think it's quite a little handsome devil. Unlike the standard edition, however, this only comes in two facings, the D5M and D6M, which are 73 and 78 thousandths of an inch respectively. And I think the D6M is about what you want. It's very comfortable. It's a really good facing that I think you're gonna like. So let's dive in and talk about the specs. That 78 thousandths of an inch facing, the D6M, it's kind of a medium facing, and it has a medium facing length. And it's got a medium-sized round chamber and throat, and it's a medium-sized mouthpiece. It'll feel comfortable on almost any ligature, which is a good thing. And it's got a very modest rollover baffle, which you're gonna get enough power, you can drive a lead alto section no problem, but it's not gonna be overly bright or harsh, and it does play nicely with the low end, and that's the trade-off. A big baffle gives you a lot of sound. It kind of makes your low end suffer quite a bit, though altissimo will pop out. This is kind of medium and feels very comfortable. Now you may be wondering, why did they make such a medium mouthpiece? Does it mean it's boring? Is it milquetoast? Is it uninspired? Well, according to their marketing, they're going after a vintage feeling mouthpiece. And let's talk about the elephant in the room. They're obviously trying to capture what all alto saxophonists are seeking, that legendary Meyer Brothers New York model. Now, full disclosure, I don't own a Meyer Brothers New York model because I want to send my kids to college one day. And they are expensive. The non-desirable facings and chamber sizes can set you back $400 or $500. For a desirable facing and chamber size, you know, the kind that Cannonball Adderley played, it can set you back $2,000 or more. And with that money, you can buy a used Honda Civic that can drive you to gigs with good fuel economy. I don't think that's in striking distance for most players, myself included. And it is milled from a high-quality rod rubber, and it's machine-faced, not hand-faced. And what that means is it's going to be very precise and very consistent. I played on 4 of the Jazz Select mouthpieces when I ordered them in, and they played nearly identically, which is great for consistency's sake. That being said, they do give each one an individual serial number, but being that it's machine-faced and not hand-faced, I don't really see the point. It's kind of like naming your toaster, though I named mine Jacaros, because it's always burning my toast. So with these medium specifications, how does it play? What does it sound like? Well, short answer, it sounds like you, or me, if I'm playing it. All around, it's a comfortable mouthpiece. It's got great response from top to bottom. Low end is a little bit resistant, but the trade-off is the high end just sings and it feels very comfortable. Altissimo pops out with no problem. Medium, in many cases, is a very good thing. I never felt like it was pulling me to one aesthetic or the other. I always felt like it was my sound in a very comfortable way. Had it on my neck for about a week and a half, and at no point did I really want to pull it off. At times I just forgot I was testing a new mouthpiece. It's something you're definitely going to want to try. So how does it compare to the modern Meyer mouthpiece? Well, it's a little bit more resistant than the Meyer. But the high end feels a little bit fuller, a little bit more comfortable. Altissimo is a little bit easier. It's a little bit of a trade-off. But it's not quite as warm as say the Brillhart. It's, again, kind of in the middle. And I don't think the middle is a bad place to be. Now let's talk about maybe one of the biggest drawbacks, price. The Meyer, the modern one you can get for about 110 bucks. The special edition is pushing $200, which then it puts it in striking distance of some of these boutique hand-faced mouthpieces that have a lot of character, and there's a lot to choose from. Feels like every day there's 3 or 4 new micro mouthpieces on the market. And the next obvious question is it worth $20 more than the standard one? Well, it all depends. Do you like the way it looks? I do. I think it's a very handsome mouthpiece and one of the best looking ones I've seen. So for me, absolutely worth the extra 20 bucks. Up to you. If you don't like the way it looks, obviously it won't be. So in summary, I like it. I think I'm going to keep it. At worst, it's medium basic. It's Becky with the good Meyer. At best, though, it's a very unique, good-looking mouthpiece that kind of amplifies your unique vibe. So please do subscribe and join the Saxophone Academy, and stay tuned for future review videos. And let me know in the comments, have you tried this? What was your experience?